All right, let's get started. Let me blow the screen up. So let's talk about the individual project. And the question becomes, why are you doing it? And I sent you guys a little comment from someone who got a job on the LinkedIn assignment, and she probably thought, just like a bunch of you do, that why is Dr. Cheek giving us this busy work? So I try not to give you busy work. And so here's what's going on here now. I made you do the student introduction to tell me, and one of the little teasing things was, what are you going to do when you grow up? I did your backstory, and a lot of people say by the time you're 18 years old that you're sort of set in who you are, your personal culture is there. I then gave you another assignment, finding your passion, identifying your niche, what you really like, building your personal brand, and then the book Content Inc. is out there that talks about the importance of building an audience. So that's some of the things we'll talk about today. So what are you going to do when you grow up? How about if you found something that you really loved and you can make a living doing it? Well, first of all, that first job is probably not going to be the perfect job, and it probably won't be your last. So the question becomes, why not set up a part-time gig and do it and have fun doing it? And it pays $50 an hour. So that's what we're doing, is I'm going to show you how to set up this online company. And so that, see, I have to let people in as they come in. So guys, bear with me as I let people in. So I'm going to show you how to set this company up, and you can do it while getting paid $50 an hour. And let's talk about how we're doing it. And this should be, when you finish setting this up, this should be a real company that you could set up. You could set up on Instagram, you could set up on Facebook, or you could set up on the website. So let's see if we can now go to the next slide. It doesn't want to let me, oh, there we go. So one of the things we're going to talk about affiliate marketing. And this is the whole reason I gave you the project to write the paper on affiliate marketing. The pros: no need to create a product or service. You don't have to stock anything, work anytime you want to. It can be passive, or it can be however you want it to be. The cons, once again, it might take some time to start generating income, no control, high competition, and the customer belongs to the merchant. What happens if they go directly to the merchant next time and don't come back through you? And so that's all the part of affiliate income. And you hopefully affiliate marketing fees. So hopefully that you did your research and you understand affiliate marketing by the time we get here. So what I'm going to do with you guys today, we're going to go, this is a real life company. This is a young lady I taught in my class, and that's not the name of it, but they're selling activewear. So about 2 years after she had been in my class, she graduated, and man, in she pops in my office with her mother, and they're all decked out with all of this activewear on. And they came in my office and they said, "Dr. Cheek, it worked. Excuse me. I said, "What worked?" She says, "You told us we could build an online company and we could make money on it, and we did it." And it was activewear. And so they came in and they had the shawls and they had the tank top and they had the everything, the pants, the shoes, the socks, whatever accoutrements you could have with activewear. The mom and her both had it on. They were saying that we're selling this, the things they were selling. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to help you build just the way I helped her build the company. Now, one little side note on this activewear company that her mom set up, I think it was outside New Iberia, but it was 100% online, only affiliate income. So they've been doing it about 6 months, and they thought they knew what was selling. So they went to the person they were buying most stuff from, and they said, "Let's buy a couple of cases of it." So they bought some cases and they were going to do a pop-up store. So they went to one of the malls, and if you go in any mall or any strip center right now, they all have vacant. And they rented it for Saturday and Sunday. And they let everybody know they had an existing customer base, let everyone know they're going to open this up at a little pop-up for 2 days. They sold out on Saturday. So they waited about 3 or 4 weeks. They doubled the inventory, did another pop-out, sold out on Saturday. So now they were almost, had been about a little over a year now, and they were about to set up their real store. So it really did work. And what we'll do with them, if I'm going to get out of this screen, and I'm going to stop sharing this screen, if we can get out of it. There we go. And what we're going to do is that we're going to start sharing a different screen. And what we'll do when we share this screen Can everyone see? All right, is it big enough? We're good? All right, so let's talk about what happened. So they were going to set up this company, and they had no idea how many people they were going to come. So they said, let's set up, all you need to do to set up your pro forma is come up with the first month's anticipated revenues. Now we're going to use something called a SWAG method, scientific wild ass guess, all right? Because we don't really know, we're just guessing, we're rolling a dice. So we're going to assume, and this, I've given you a template along this lines. Now I sent this to you. You see these little red marks? I've given you hints of what I'm doing here. So if you go step by step, it tells you. So we assumed 500 visitors. Actual sales, we're going to assume 2%, right? So if actual sales are going to be 2%, we're going to say plus 500 times 0.02. And that's an industry average. If 500 people come to your site, 2% are going to sell. So when you build your online site, you're going to assume 2%. Now, in this case, they decided that to close, 60% were going to be the sales value to close. The sales, they assumed 60%, so they said plus 10 times 60% meant they sold 6, right? Now, you've got to put your formulas in here, because when I go to grade it, if I don't see your formula, if I just see you plugged in figures, I'm going to take off for it. So now what we do is we say plus 10 times 40%, right? And what are we doing? Evidently, there's not a number there. So let's see if we can try it again and see what happens. And by the way, don't put in any zeros, 0 decimal places, all right? I won't worry about it right now. So now our sales revenues, what we say is we're going to sell the clothes. Here's the way we come up for an average price of clothes. That people are going to buy shirts, they're going to buy pants. What's our average sale going to be? So we're going to assume, remember we're swagging, that our average sale of clothes is going to be $50. That's our product one, right? So all we would say is plus 6 that we're selling times $50. So we got a revenue of $300. With accessories times 4 times $15. So we're going to have revenues, and the sum of the revenues, your pictures are in my way, is going to be $360. Now, affiliate fees, and you're going to be surprised on some of the things, the different affiliate fees. Now, what I told you on the template I gave you, you're going to assume that for product A, you get a 25% affiliate fee. And for your accessories, you're going to get 35%. So I told you that in the blank pro forma I gave that you have to use. So, but in this case, we said 50%. So we said that if we sold $300 worth of clothes times 5, wow, we got $150. Accessories, we said we sold $60 times 35%. And so our sum, of course, would be $171. Now, here's what I want you to do on your fixed cost. You're going to assume $2,000 because that's what you're going to be paying yourself. You're going to pay yourself $50 an hour, and we're going to assume, if you look down on the bottom, I've put all the assumptions down there. So you're going to assume that you're paying yourself $50 an hour, and you're going to assume that you're going to work 40 hours a week. This is your little part-time gig. You come home from that job that you didn't really care for, but you needed the money and you need the health insurance, so you took it. And so now here's your little sideline gig. So the only expense you're going to have is $25 a month. So your total fixed cost for the first month is $2,025. Now, what that tells you, a $1,854 loss is what you had. So at this point, all we have, we've swagged, the scientific wild ass guess, we've swagged that first month. So let's figure out break even, and we want to break even in the 6th month. That's when we want to break even, is in the 6 months. So everything now is going to go on units sold. When you're doing break even, everything you do is on units sold. When we look at break even, and I've got in the rest of that slide presentation, it tells you how to get to break even. But we know fixed costs divided by sales price of 1 unit minus the variable cost of 1 unit gives you the break even. Well, we've got 2 products. So we've got clothes and we've got accessories. The way we come up, both of them don't have to cover the 2,025. They each cover their percentages. So to find the percentage that clothes do, we take their revenue was $300 divided by the total revenue, and we see 83% of the fixed costs they've got to cover. The other thing that we also know, we know that the remaining amount is 17%. But let's go ahead and put it in. So we would say 60 divided by 360 is 17%. And if you sum those two together, it needs to be 100%. So you know you have it covered. So to figure the percentage of fixed costs, all we would do is say, take the total fixed cost times your 83%. And that tells you $1,688 is covered by clothes. And once again, we say 2,025 times 17% is 338. And when we sum them together, it should equal your total fixed cost of 2,025. So now what we've got to do is we want to know how many units do we need to sell to get to break even. So here's what we do, and I showed you the formula here. So we know that our fixed cost is 1688, right? We're going to divide it by the sales price of one unit. All right, Claire, how much is one unit of clothes?
Oh, sir, what'd you say?
Okay, what is the sales price of one unit of clothes?
Um,
$50, see?
okay, yes.
Okay, so we go $50 minus, what we need to do is the variable cost. What's the variable cost of? It's $50 times 0.5. Okay, let's go back and see the formula. And what I've done, I'm going to send you a completed copy of this that you'll be able to see. It'll have all the formulas. Look what we can you guys see that up there, or do I need to get it bigger? Can you see the formulas on the top? All right. So C29, which is the fixed cost, that this 1,688, divided by the sales price, $50 minus $50 times the variable cost, which is 50%. So now we know we need 68 to get to break even. Well, we do exactly the same thing. We do plus the 388, which is our fixed cost, divided by the sales price, which is $15, minus $15 times the variable cost is the difference between your affiliate fee. So the variable cost is 65%. Michael, do you, well, can Michael
Yes.
turn on is Mike?
Yes. Can you hear me?
And do you see what I'm saying is $15 times,
Right.
well,
It'll be 15.
times,
It'll be times is it the 35% under the affiliate fees? That's the fixed cost?
it would be times the 65%.
Oh, because it's the difference. Okay.
Okay. I don't know what happened to my cursor. So I need 68 and 64. So if I go to a break-even month of 16, and I say, how many units do I need? If I say plus 68 plus 64, what I know is for break-even in units, in clothes I need 68, in accessories I need 64. Because we have the formulas in here, all we have to do is copy the formulas, right? And what we find, what is our net operating income that month? It's zero. Can you guys right now, did the internet up on you? Yes, you can still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit though.
Okay. I'm in New Orleans, so we had breakdown. My electricity went out for 2.5 days, but I have a gas generator, but I didn't have an internet connection. So what we're seeing is we're looking at month one, we're at 6 units. We're looking at month six, so six, and we're seeing 68. We're seeing 4 units of accessories, and we're seeing 64. So we're going to start using some swag right now. Scientific wild ass guess. So we're going to say month 2, let's go to 15. Month 3, let's go to 35. Let's go to 45. And let's go to 60 or something to get up to our 64. And here we're going from 4, and let's go 15. Let's go 25. Let's go 40. Let's go 50, let's go 55. And now we're there. Because we had all the formulas in here, it calculated it for us, right? We lost $1,854 the first month. But remember, our only out-of-pocket expense then was the $25. So the second month, we lost $1,500. But that means we really made $500. We get to the third month, there's $1,000 we lost. Well, wait a second, we made $1,000. $690, $236, and here we go. All right. Now, what I said, one of the things I tell you is there 15% each from months 7 through 12. So what we have to do, once again, we're only worried about units. So I say the 6 month times 1.15 gives me 78, plus times 1.15 gives me 74. So I just keep doing this. And I'm trying to keep it simple, and you can certainly, if you know the formulas, you can make it easier. I have a sinus drip, so bear with me, guys. But what we're saying is you're increasing sales now by 15%. So what you've done is you've calculated now the units. All you got to do, once again, is copy the formulas over. And what we see, here's our impact. We've done our first year, pro forma. We see we are now making what we've done at the end of the 12th month. Our net operating income is $2,659. We've paid ourselves $24,000, remember, and on top of that, we got another $2,659. So what we've really done is paid ourselves $26,659 for working 40 hours a month, and you're paying yourself a lot more than $50 an hour. What were your startup costs? No startup costs, right? $25 if you set up a website and you pay a hosting fee and maybe a website fee. But that's it. Now what we look at, what I told you, let's do the sum. So all we're really going to do here, we're going to do an auto sum. And we can copy that over. So there we are. All right. So what we've done is we've calculated the first year's pro forma just by having our income figures for the first month. The only thing we've got left to do now is years 2 and 3. For years 2, now what do we say on year 2? Look up on the top. We say it's going to increase 25%. If we take the 908 and multiply it times 1.25, it would say our sales would be 1,135. But that wouldn't be a true figure. And let me explain why it wouldn't be a true figure. We sold 156 in the 12th month, and we sold 6. We know we're never going to sell 6 in a month. What we would probably want to do for this first year, it would say 156 times 12, which you annualize it, times 1.25. So this would be the number I would expect. And for here, we would do the same thing, plus times 12 times 1.25, and we'd be here. But when we got to the third month, all we'd have to do is plus this times 1.35. And all we do is come back over here. Copy our formulas. And we're done. Questions? Is it really that simple? Absolutely, it's really that simple. We've just done the 12-month in the first 3 years. Who's got questions? Guys, I couldn't have done that good a job of explaining that.
Okay, so for the individual project, is this just one component, or is this the only aspect of the individual project that we're doing?
There's other components. I'll go back and give you the other components in a minute. All right.
Okay. Okay.
But this is the main. First of all, there's 2 things you're doing. You're doing an executive summary, and you're doing a pro forma. But you can't do the executive summary until you get your numbers done. What you're trying to do on this, what I expect you to do on here, I expect you to do the break even, which you did here, what we did here. I expect you, then you're going to fill in months 2 through 5. Then what you're going to do is 7 through 12. You can do the annual for the first year, and then you calculate years 2 and 3. And your pro forma side of it's done. That does the break-even analysis. It will give you the 6 month. First of all, it gives you the first months you've calculated, because you're going to go in here and your units sold are going to be, if you're in a bar, let's suppose it might be beverage and food. And you're going to sell the average, if I'm a waiter at a bar, in a restaurant, I know my average table is going to be $60 or something. So I'm going to put revenue would be food and beverages here. And then I'd look at it net, what do I make? But this would be, once again, it's only for affiliate fees. And we're going to assume, I put it in your template I gave you, you're going to assume the affiliate fees on your first product is going to be 25, and your second product is going to be 35. Because if I'm selling clothes and accessories, the accessories the cost is. Other questions? Speaking of guys, Jose, questions?
So the pro forma that you've posted, this one, it's the activewear, and we're basically just going to use this as a template and then change the variables based on the business that we
Based on
create.
whatever you're building, correct.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And what happens when you go back in, I'm going to give you the things completed, is that when you look at each one of these cells, it's going to show you what I did, but down here on the bottom, I tell you how I did it. So it gives you a step by step and just walks you through it. All right. Now,
Okay, perfect.
on the questions on the pro forma. No questions? All right. All right, let me get out of this and let's see if I can get you into no, it won't. Yeah, here we go. You guys can see all that. I'm looking for the template for the, no, let's go back. What I'm looking for is the information on the executive summary, because I'll show you step by step what we have to do on the executive summary. Jose keeps jumping in and out on us.
I'm sorry, sir. My phone died.
Okay, your phone died. Here we go. All right, can you see this? Okay, can you see? Well, this was for my 440 15-week class, but can you see this? What you're going to do, you're going to do the pro forma, but what you do for the executive summary, the deliverables are right here for the executive summary. What you're going to do is the hook, and you just number them 1 through 7. And just put 1 through 7. And you answered the hook. What do you have this really, the wow statement? Why, if you're going to open up an activewear, why is yours going to be better than anyone else's? Tell me that the hook that you have on yours. For example, someone said they were going to sell, they were selling paintings, and they were going to sell Cajun paintings, and that was their hook. Not to sell the paintings, but they're going to get affiliate incomes from a Cajun painting. What sets your affiliate apart? Because when you go to sell activewear right now on the net, everybody in the world is selling activewear. So what's going to set yours apart? Just tell me very simply, what is it? the problem. You got to be answering a problem. If there's not a problem, there's no reason for you to set it up. So set up, tell me what the problem is. Tell me how you're going to exploit that. And this really sets the value for your company. And it's not about the size. What is it that you're going to do that's going to make yours different? The solution. What are you offering and to who? How will you solve their big problem? Tell us what the great opportunity is. What's your competitive advantage? What's your business model? What are you doing different than everybody else is doing? And why are you qualified? And the qualified would say, and once again, you're gonna might have to make it up. All right. But tell me, and then that's all we're looking for. Answer 1 through 7. Give me some thought of what you've done. And that's all you have to do for the performance. Michael, does that help?
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for that clarification.
Okay, everybody else is good on that? So we're going to do the pro forma. You're going to come up with your company that you're going to sell affiliate income, and you're going to and then you come in and tell me this will be the executive summary. Now, what's a pro forma for? Why in the world would you want to do it? Well, you want to look back. The lean startup says pivot if it's not working. So you built this pro forma and you said in 6 months you're going to break even. You're looking around, you know we're close to break even in 6 months. Do you wait 6 months to change your mind? Well, no, you say, gee, let me go do something else. That one's not working. Let me try something else. And you use that pro forma for your own personal use. And that's what you said you were going to do. This is what you're doing. If it's not working, get out and move on to something else. So that pro forma is really for you. The whole purpose of that pro forma is for you. Questions? Come on, guys. This is your opportunity.
The due date for the project is November 18th, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Now, you're in the 440 SA, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm in the regular, the all online class, the full term.
Okay, I'm not sure. You have to check on Moodle because it might be different dates for the 2 classes.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Okay, because there's people from both classes. Gabe, do you have any questions? Amy, questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Caitlin, you always have questions. What questions do you have?
Hey, Dr. Cheek. Okay, so quick question. I wanted to know, do we have to use the affiliate marketing company that we just wrote about for this executive summary and pro forma, or can it be something else?
Nope. You're building
No.
a company whose only source of income is from affiliate marketing fees.
Oh, okay. Okay, then.
Okay, that's
I
no.
was just making sure.
See, one of the good things that I hope that you saw in your research was that there's a place called Commission Junction. Places like that have thousands of products. All right, so you sign up with them and you can go look in their product list. They give you a cookie to put in, so when somebody clicks on it and goes to the thing, your cookie's there. They collect the money for you. So if you're doing it for 4 or 5 different companies, they collect the money and give it back to you, all in one check on a monthly basis. One of the bad things is that if you have a one-on-one relationship, a lot of these companies are real slow to pay you. But if Commission Junction's there or one of these aggregators, they get your money. They'll make sure they get your money. Good question, though, Caitlin. Skylar, you have any questions? I'm looking around to see who else is here.
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay, good. If we're going to go, if you don't have any other questions, so let me know. All right, guys. What I'll do is I'll try to get a recording on this. It takes me a little while to clean it up, but I'll get it done and try to get it out to you guys this evening. So thank you for coming. Please, 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 if you got questions, shoot me a email. I'm not going to grade your paper twice, but if you have specific questions, let me know and I'll be glad to look at them. The other thing is that we can always do one-on-one Zoom. So if you run into a problem, let's suppose one of the big problems you're going to have is getting it to break even. Well, if you can't get it to break even, the whole performance bad. So you got to get it to break even. And the way you get it to break even, it might be some simple problem. Then call me or shoot me an email. I'll set up a Zoom meeting. We can share your file, pull it up, and I can look at it in a few minutes and tell you whether it's probably a problem with your the pro forma is the problem. I mean, the break-even analysis is the problem, and we can solve that real quick. So don't beat yourself to death. If you run into a problem, let me know. Let's get the file up. Let's look at it and get it taken care of. Amy, any questions? Claire, questions? We good? I can't, Claire, I don't know who that is next to you. Who is that with the glasses on? I don't have your name.
Oh, her name's Jordan.
Oh, hey, Jordan. Okay, Jordan, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
You good? Gabe and Chris, you guys okay?
I'm good.
Well, good. I'm going to shut it down for now, guys. I'll make a copy of this. Please don't wait till the last second. Try and get on this right away. Don't push it off to the very end. And I'll come back. Maybe next week we'll come back and some cleanup. So give you some time. So if you got questions or problems, but in the meantime, get back to me. In that if you run into a blockage, or let's suppose on this pro forma, number 4, number 6, you don't know what you're doing. Send me a question. Say, Dr. C, I'm having trouble with number 4. Tell me what you're doing and I'll see if I can't help. All right. You guys have a good day. Please be safe. Please be safe and take care. And let's get the semester's all over for all of us, I think. So take care. Let me cut it off if I can get to the screen and get over to it. All right. So I'm going to stop the share and we're going to shut it down. So thank you guys. And I will see you next week sometimes. Thank you. Bye-bye.